Hey guys, my name is Neri Chan, and today we're going to be talking about toxic parents. So, this is something I actually personally went through. When I came across this TikTok, I decided to put my input on it. So, I'm going to show you the clip and I'm going to give my opinion.
You know what I noticed? These millennials, these older generations, they feel like because they're your parent, they can't do no wrong. They feel like because they're your parent, you need to let them walk all over you. You need to let them disrespect you, cross your boundaries, and you just have to forgive them and take them back every single time. No, I'm glad that this new generation is educating each other on toxic behaviors, manipulation tactics, narcissists, because some of these parents be out of control. They think they can't do no wrong. Oh, but we brought you into this world. You only have one mom and one dad. You could have this many aunts and uncles, but you only have one mom and one dad. It don't matter how many times your mom disrespects you. You need to take her back every single time. You need to let her back in your life every single time. You need to let your mom walk all over you. No, what are you on? I'm glad that this new generation is waking up because what? That's crazy to me.
I 100% agree with her. If you are my parent, at the end of the day, you are a human being too. And if you cannot treat another human being with basic human decency, whether they're your child or not, then don't be surprised when they cut you out their life, when they have little to no contact with you. Don't be surprised if you end up in a nursing home and none of your kids want to visit you. Have you ever seen those TikToks of people who work in nursing homes and they notice that some of the people who live there never get visitors? It's crazy to think of the ways these people treat their children. But what's even crazier, they're not just doing it to their children, they're doing it to other people too. It's also their coworkers, their family members, and even strangers.
Here you go, Mexican racist. You're always going to be a Mexican. You'll never be white. You know that, right?
Family is the worst. When they show you who they are, believe them the first time. 53 years I've been dealing with abuse and I'm fed up.
A neighbor he's never seen before vandalizes a local fruit stand, so he goes after the aggressor to investigate.
What do you want?
That's an illegal business in my neighborhood. I've told them repeatedly to get the out of my neighborhood.
And you call the police.
I did. They didn't do anything. They're selling stolen fruit.
What's your name?
Let me finish.
If my kid wants to put a lemonade stand here, are you going to call him names?
That's different.
You're a bully.
No,
You're
you're an idiot.
They would do it to whoever would allow them to treat them like that, or to whoever they feel like they could get away with it. They're going to do it to that person. But I feel like when it comes to children, it's justified, especially in the older generations. I feel like why these people say honor thy mother, thy father, you only get one mama, you only get one daddy, and just ignore the evil things that they do. I think one of the reasons could be just cultural issues. Me personally, I have noticed that a lot of Hispanic and Black families have this mindset. Or they want to control you. Whether it's family members saying it or your own parents saying it, if your parents are entitled, constantly looking for ways to take advantage of you, just narcissistic traits in general, I believe you should cut them out your life. If not possible, I believe you should limit as much contact that you have with them. I don't know if y'all noticed this, but the people who are the most controlling have no control over their lives. They have no control over their drinking, their finances, their emotions, and their actions. But I honestly feel like in their mind, they feel like, oh, I don't have any control over these aspects of my life, and I don't have any plans on trying to take action and getting control of it, or it's too hard for me, or I just don't want to do it. But I do have control over my children. And I feel like it gives them a temporary sense of tranquility and satisfaction in having control. There are reasons why people are controlling. I know one of them is that they have high anxiety. They probably don't feel safe unless they're consistently in control. Two, they could be perfectionists. They believe that if it's not done their way, it won't be done right at all. The third one is that they probably grew up being micromanaged, and they probably just think it's normal to just be micromanaging their kids, being controlling them like that. They just think it's normal. And number four, it could just be their ego. They probably might see it as if they are not in control, they're probably seen as weak. The fifth one, it could be that they're just scared. They're scared that if they lose control over you, they're losing their financial grip on you, they're losing their emotional punching bag. They could possibly get into trouble like jail time. Think about it. If the child gets an outside opinion, and that outside opinion tells them, hey, what your parents are doing, how they're treating you is wrong, and that child believes that opinion, what does that mean for your parents? It sends your parents into panic mode. It means that they're losing their punching bag. They're losing their personal cash cow. They could possibly even go to jail, because if the child is telling on the parents and the parents are doing illegal activities, and it tells the cops, tells the teacher, they could go to jail. Notice that these people who do things like this, they know what they're doing is wrong. That's why they try to hide it. They have to manipulate your perception of them and your opinions. There are parents out there who tell their children, I spent all this money on you, raising you, feeding you, putting a roof over your head. You owe me. And their children are sending them hundreds of dollars a month, maybe even thousands. I have seen TikToks of mainly foreign families who come to America, and they're sending their family members out of the country money, and those family members are using their money not even for bills. They're just using it for anything else, getting their nails done, going shopping. There are people who let their parents talk to them in the most demeaning and disrespectful way. Just because they're family, unbeknownst to you, they're just taking advantage of you. I know a lot of this because I have watched countless videos on narcissistic behaviors. I have read countless articles about it, forums. It's just so much information out there that I have read on, and I have realized that, oh my gosh, my dad is a narcissist. My dad is the most exploitive, arrogant, entitled, and money-hungry person I know. It's hard for me to think about not having a relationship with my mom. She was a great mom. She did everything for me. She was very patient, very kind-hearted, and caring person. I feel like out of everybody I know, she is the most kind-hearted person that I know. But I realized in order for me to have a relationship with my mom, I also have to have a relationship with my dad, because my dad controls who she talks to. And it's not worth it being in contact with my dad.
There's people in the nursing home that don't have nobody to come see them. Nobody to check on them and see how they doing, if they need anything. And some of y'all just let your people go, man. Let your grandma, let your mama go, let your daddy go, let your granddaddy go. You too busy, but they wasn't too busy to take care of you when you was a baby. They could have left you. You know how many times they struggled with you, working 2 jobs, had to starve to feed you, wipe your butt, change your pamper, change your clothes, wash your clothes, buy you clothes, all them birthdays, and you just gonna leave them there because you too tired.
I'm going to assume that he's talking about parents who are actually really good parents. They are patient, they are kind-hearted, they communicate to their children in a respectful way, and they have, self-awareness. Every time they make a mistake or do something wrong, they apologize for it and actually change. Even with parents like that, I think they recognize that their kids don't owe them anything. Because us as kids, we didn't ask to be brought into this world. We didn't get to pick and choose who our parents are going to be. The dog don't get to choose who buys him. If I decide to adopt a dog, bring it to my home, it's my responsibility to feed it, to clean it, to train it, to take him to his vet's appointment. If you decide to bring a child into this world, it's your responsibility to put a roof over their head, to feed them, to change their diapers. And as cruel and mean as it sounds, the child doesn't have to come see you. They don't have to have a relationship with you. If my child doesn't want to come see me in my deathbed and would rather go hang out with their friends, I would let my child hang out with their friends, because I don't want someone to come see me and they don't really want to see me. I know there are self-centered children out there, don't get me wrong, who feel like if their parents don't give them what they want, or feel like they can treat their parents any kind of way because they know those parents will always be there. They're just, taking advantage of them. And I believe, when I watch these true crime documentaries, There are kids like that, and it's insane. And after decades of the children treating them like that, they cut them out. They tell them, hey, you gotta move out. You're 32 years old. You can't be with us anymore. You can't keep living off of us. But you know, that's all I really wanted to say. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.